It's funny how we tend to trivialize or make common a lot of things, and just consider them. It's not just one of those. What is there until it is temporarily or permanently taken away from you. So early this week, I think on Monday, I made a post, talking about, a video about Daniel. And what the man said, that's Daniel in the video said, is the next time when you try to plan my death, check with God first. I don't dare testify. That spoke to me deeply because I had just escaped death. So Monday last week, I think that was like some days after, I became sick. Around 10 p.m. ish, I couldn't breathe. It was not just an external thing, like, okay, say maybe there was a block nose. This one was like on the inside. At least if there's a block nose, maybe you can manage to breathe with your mouth. Even with my mouth, I couldn't breathe. Nose, and it felt like, I don't know how to explain it. Only me know what I face, right? So like, but this one, this was different. This was just not. I knew that this one was not ordinary. This was really different, and I knew that this was death. And even with my lungs on the inside, everything was just off. And so, but somehow I panicked for a moment. I'll be honest with you, but there was this knowing deep down that, let's say worst case scenario comes and I actually do not breathe throughout the night. I knew that I would not die. I knew that God would sustain me. I don't know how, but He would carry me and He would sustain me, throughout. And I would, there was just this knowing. But then after the whole episode, and aside that, there were other issues. Eating was a problem. I was hungry. I knew I needed to eat, but it was difficult. When you say there's no appetite and all of those stuff. And when I got myself, late Sunday this week, I just began to think about the whole thing, and it made me to realize that a lot of times we tend to trivialize and term common or this is basic the most important things or aspects of our lives. And we tend to go after and pursue the bigger things in quotes. Or like for instance, you see people saying, oh, they are not happy that they are alive, that at least they can carry out basic functionings of the body without effortlessly, without any machine, without any tools, without anything. Or a lot of things, and that they can even eat, they can breathe by themselves, they can desire food and eat the food and enjoy the food and even ask for more. All of these things, they are as basic as you might think that they are so important, and it's a miracle on its own that you are able to do these things without stress, effortlessly, without any external aid, without any machine or anything attached to your body. And how often do you thank God for these things? How often do you you know as I don't think there's anything like thanking God too much, that you can breathe by yourself, that you can eat food, that you can walk. I remember the first time after all of those stuff I went to walk. It just felt it felt different. Like I just felt like, oh my God, so is it me that is able to stand again like this? Is it me that is able to walk again like this? Is it me that is able to do this and all of that? And for the first time, this reality hits, that these basic things that we tend to call basic, they are not really as basic or common or simple as you think that they are. They are miracles in themselves. And without these things, those bigger things that you're looking out for, that you're asking for, that you want, they are nothing without these things. For instance, you see some persons not being happy with themselves or complaining at God because their mates in quotes are already having the bigger things in life, building houses, buying cars, getting married, and many other things, traveling outside, so many achievements, and that is beautiful, that is good. But then some persons will look at them and say, whatever, it's not my mates that are doing this, it's not my mates that are achieving that. Have you ever thought that even some of your mates are already dead? Have you ever thought that even some of your mates, they are mad? Have you ever thought that even some of your mates are on the hospital bed? Either they've already been, their body is already amputated, or they are planning to amputate them, or they are running helter skelter looking for money. to be able to replace a kidney or carry out surgery and all of those stuff. Like serious problem. And some of them right there on the bed, they may not be able to talk, but their deepest desire is, oh, I wish I could stand again on my feet. I wish I can be able to breathe without all of these machines attached to me. I wish I can be able to eat without a pipe being passed through my nose or my mouth feeding me. I wish I can be able to do XYZ and carry out basic body functionings. Like it just, it's just a miracle. So stop trivializing these things. Like this reality hits me so much and it made me to understand this truth. And I just felt like I needed to share this. Sometimes you're complaining, God, why haven't I? Why? Imagine a building, no matter how beautiful a building is, the edifice, the interior decor, and all of those things, all of those stuffs. Without the foundation, that building is nothing. And assuming the foundation is there, if the foundation is not solid, it's only a matter of time for that building and the whole edifice to come crumbling down. The fact that you can breathe on your own, the fact that you can walk, the fact that you can, carry out basic body functions, the fact that you can still eat and desire to eat and you enjoy your food, these are foundations. Without them, can you be thinking about marriage? Without them, will you be thinking about, okay, how to travel outside the country? Without them, will you be thinking about, okay, how to make this achievement or do this or do that? No. What you'll be thinking about is, okay, how can I get out of this? How can I be able to breathe? How can I be able to walk? How can I be able to do this? How can I be able to do that? Because these are the foundations upon which every other thing is built upon. And I just want to take this time out to also let you know or tell you that stop trivializing these things. Thank God there's a song that says, count your blessings, name them one by one. It will so surprise you what God has done. Before you go about saying, God, why haven't you done this? Why haven't you done that? My mates have done this and that. And you go on complaining and all of that and pitying yourself. Can you just pause and also think for a moment that even some of your mates too, the things that you're enjoying, which are the very foundations upon which every other thing is built on, some of your mates as well are not enjoying those things. They are not. So why don't you just go on with the attitude of thanksgiving rather than complaining? With the attitude of appreciation, carrying each day, waking up to each new day with a new hope and gratitude and appreciation to God for the abundance of things that you have upon which every other thing is laid on. And for those of you who are enjoying certain graces in every other aspect of your life, you will be thinking that, oh, this thing is just simple, it's just common. Stop trivializing it. If you know how much other people desire to also experience those things, you will realize that it is by God's mercies and grace. And it's a miracle in itself that you are enjoying these benefits, that you are enjoying these graces. Because some of them, they are even working as hard, even, you know, harder than you are in court, but they are not having the same results. So stop trivializing, the fact that you're able to breathe and, do other carry out basic functionings and stop trivializing the graces of God upon your life, thinking, is it not just this thing? Maybe you were born with it. Maybe you just realize that this is something. Stop trivializing it. If you know how much people are praying and seeking and desiring that they experience the same graces, you will thank God even much more every day in a better way for those things. Don't wait till it's taken away from you before you learn to appreciate God for the abundance of the things that you have. And there's a saying that says that, and gratitude is application for more. So by the time you keep thanking God, it will just eliminate a lot of things, and you would go on living life freer, knowing that as long as you have these things, then there is hope for you and you can get all other things. Do you understand? So yeah, this is Standing Strong podcast, communicating life values, making great impact, making a difference. Please let me know in the comment section what stood out for you. Please like, share, and comment. God bless you, and thank you for watching. God bless you. Till I come here again next time. Bye for now.